Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to week 7 of iRacing FIA F4 cars. This week we are at the Rudskogen Motorsenter. Hope I pronounced that right. For this race, we have a strength of field of about 1100. I qualified P6 for this race, and I qualified with a time of around 1:23.6. My goal for this race is to race clean, race good, race fast. And yeah, here we are waiting up for people to group up. So let's wait for lights, and I guess we'll just get started. And here are the lights, ladies and gentlemen. We are getting started. I have my clutch all the way up. First gear, drop it down to 34%, and we are off. I get a pretty good run. As you can see, number 5, P5 is still left of us. I go ahead, brake super late, almost smash into P4. Pass up P5, you can see him in the rear view mirrors. Trying to get closer to us, but we just keep throttling and we keep pushing on forward. Now for this race, you'll see that I kind of race very safely and I don't like to take huge risks. So as you can see, I will brake a little earlier than P4 to make sure I give some room between us. And here it gets a little bit feisty. As you can see, P5 is pretty much right behind us, and here I kind of overslow the car and he bumps into us, giving us a 4X. So I'm sorry to that guy. Didn't really mean to slow down that much. Trying to catch up to P4, that is. And you'll actually see that we get stuck behind Jordan and Nav during this race for a very, very long time. But we're just cruising, chilling, coming into one of my worst corners. And as you can see, I cannot. I don't know how to drive that corner all too well. Trying to keep up. We switch over to the relative, and we are through the line. That is lap 1. And as you can see, there's a pretty good gap behind us, but there's also a pretty big gap in front of us. And unfortunately, I messed up that corner. It wasn't too clean. But we do gain some time on him. 0.6 now. And my goal is to pretty much try and catch to this guy, because I do want to move up in positions, but I also want to overtake him in a nice clean spot. As you can see, we are slowly moving up on him. And I'm not gonna lie, this is one of my favorite few corners here. I do play on a motion rig, so the seat does move around a bit, as you can see in the low FPS webcam. Don't really know what happened, but there's a guy. He spins out, and we move up a position thanks to him. So sorry, man, that you spun out, but it does happen. So me and Jordan, we move up a position, which is nice. So I'm now in 4th place. He's in 3rd. And as you can see, I'm getting really close to him, but I just cannot get on the throttle early enough. Right there, I make a little mistake. I kind of, I guess I didn't have too much trust in the vehicle. Jordan now goes a little wide, and I stay really tight. And as you can see, as you'll see through this race, I really like to ride the curve there. But at this point, all I'm trying to do is trying to catch up to Jordan Nav. There's some dude in the pits waiting for repairs, so thankfully we didn't get caught. And Jordan Nav, he messes up the turn. I try going down the inside, but he's just a bit faster. And I'm fine with that, because it did bring down the gap to 0.2, which is good because I'm now within slipstream distance. But I do make sure to leave some distance for this turn, because it's very easy for people to spin out here, and if you're following right behind them, you're just going to get collected. There's not much you can do. As you can see, though, I am slowly inching my way up towards him, trying my best, and my goal for this whole entire race is to pretty much force a mistake out of this guy. But this dude, he just has the nerves of steel. He does not care that I'm behind him at all throughout this race. Which honestly, good for him. If I was in his position, I would have already probably spun once or twice. But as you can see, I'm just pushing the car, trying to get real close to him. And honestly, I'm not gonna lie, that corner is also not my best. Unfortunately. As you can see, I'm just trying my best to hang on with him. And as you can see, unfortunately, we do lose him. He's 0.7 away now. dude's still in pits, and I'm making sure to check pits as I drive past this area because it's pretty dangerous. As you can see, Jordan Ave kind of messes up that corner there, and I'm just so slightly doing a little bit better than him, being able to catch up. Now, unfortunately, you cannot see the rear view mirror above me, which is unfortunate. But you can see the side mirrors. As you see, I'm trying to take the inside line, trying to just get a little bit closer to him because that is the faster line for me, or at least I drive it faster. And we get nice and close, but obviously here it's pretty hard to try and catch him because if I go full throttle, I'll just spin out. So we're thugging it out, driving it through. I get pretty close to him, and as you'll see through most of this race, and specifically on that corner, I try to like fake dive bomb him. I'm trying to just scare him, trying to make him lose his balance there. I see that wasn't the best representation because I didn't really do it, but later we'll see that happen. And I just cannot get a good run through that corner, unfortunately. But I'm just going for him. And actually, for the next few laps, nothing interesting happened, so I'm going to go ahead and skip to later in the race when some action actually goes down. Here, I don't even know what happened. I guess he braked early, I braked late, and we kind of caught each other. But of course, I didn't want to try and push him, so I just gave him some breathing room. And again, my goal is to just force a mistake out of him. At this point, we are halfway through the race. And there, I almost lose the vehicle, I'm not gonna lie. I kind of slid. The vehicle felt uncomfortable at that moment, so I just kept it easy. As you can see, I'm getting close, but not close enough to pass. As you can see, I'm trying my best to make that corner as good as I can. I almost spin the vehicle out, but I was able to catch it right there. And him in this corner did. This is where he always finds time. So good for him. I just cannot tame that corner. That lap, I believe, was the fastest lap for the whole entire race for me. 122.05. Not bad. There I get actually really close to him. As you can see, we're 0.2 seconds away now. And this is awesome. He made a mistake. I'm getting really close to him. And we're almost coming up to the end of this race. And so my goal is to, try to pass him somewhere. As you can see here, I go pretty close to him, but not close enough. Kind of messed up my line. I was too scared to push a little bit harder. But I'm just letting him know that I'm there by driving near his rear view mirrors. But as you can see, I just lose him, which is really unfortunate. Here I almost spin the car again. That was really scary. Now he's 1 second away. And we're coming up, I believe, on our last lap, actually. Or maybe second to last lap. So it's really unfortunate that I spun my car there because he did gain 0.6 tenths on me. Yep, last lap coming up right there. And I mean, unfortunately, at this point, I'm just like, you know what, it's okay. P4, not bad. But obviously, I still try and go catch him. But I just cannot get close enough to that curb. My car really likes going wide. Now here's where things get interesting because, as you can see, he almost, and he spins the car. So unfortunate for him, on the last lap, Jordan spins the car and I'm able to go ahead and pass him. So now I'm feeling pretty relieved that I finally managed to pass him. Granted, it wasn't an overtake, and it was just him spinning out, which is really unfortunate, but I do get that P3, and now at this point, I'm just like, in my head, thoughts are rushing through, and I'm like, okay, stay calm, drive the car to the end. As you can see, I go really wide there, trying to make sure the car doesn't spin or go off track. There you go. straight line to the finish. And that's my P3 finish at the track. Honestly, pretty happy with it. It was honestly pretty scary, I'm not gonna lie. I really thought that I wouldn't be able to pass Jordan, but unfortunately he made a mistake. In that corner, it's honestly pretty easy to make a mistake, especially if you go ahead and apply too much throttle at the wrong time. You're just bound to spin, which is really unfortunate. But I do get P3 from that. So honestly, pretty good race for me. I felt pretty good, pretty solid during it. Honestly, can't wait to race some more. If you guys like the video, like and subscribe. Comment down below what you think of this race. Personally, I think I need to work on my lines a little bit more. And just maybe I'll be able to go ahead and score myself a win on the track. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.